people that's hanging
Right.
out together is because they're thinking similarly like each other, and that
Right.
attraction is there because of the way you think. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. You start
Is he.
attracting good stuff or
Absolutely.
repelling bad things from your life because of how you think.
Yeah, your change has to start from the inside out. You know, and I touch on this on the book as well, you know, a lot of times everybody wants change. You know, I work in a corporate structure, and the one thing that they say is that people are resistant to change, and I disagree with that. You know, people want change. People are resistant to changing. I'm not resistant to change, I'm resistant to changing. That means change this, change that, change him, change her, change my home, change my car, change everything around me. But when you start talking about changing me, you've overstepped your bounds. You know, when you start talking about what I need to change, okay, we don't need to talk anymore. And that is a problem. You know, we have to realize that change starts from within. You know, once you begin to change, because if I change everything around you, just like you said, and we talk about it in the book, if I change everything around you, but you don't change, then everything around you will just become conducive to who you still are. All of the change around you will be temporary. You know, it'll last for a minute, but if you're not a new person, then everything else goes back to being the same old thing.
Yeah, because one of the things I begin to realize is like when you do a study, a thorough thesis on the subject of people that hit the lottery or things of nature, inherit all this money, and you find out 4 years later they're bankrupt or in a worse situation. And Jim Rohn said, if you ever become a millionaire overnight, then you got to become a millionaire in your mind. If not, you'll be back where you used to be, even in the worst state. So people think if we make more money, we'll be better. But eventually, if you live paycheck by paycheck when you're a hundredaire, you'll be living paycheck by paycheck when you're a thousandaire. You'll be living paycheck by paycheck when you're a millionaire.
Yeah, and a lot of times when you talk about the money, a lot of times you'll find that you can live better on the same salary if you just become a different person. You know, you can, you know, a lot. There's a story in the Bible about Abraham and Lot. Okay, and there comes a point when both of their camps become so big that they cannot occupy the same space, and so God tells Abraham, let him go. You know, and he has to go, and they tell him, okay, look, from north, south, whichever direction you want to go in, you go. And when Lot is gone, okay, God tells Abraham, look out, look to the north, look to the east, look to the west. All of this belongs to you. Okay, and so I take from that, okay, it was always mine. It was just that I couldn't see it because I had a lot in there with me. So sometimes you have to let go of a lot so that you can recognize what you already have, as opposed to trying to gain more. And the Lord is saying, you already got it. You just got the wrong stuff in there with you. You got to change what you have in there with you.
If you're just tuning